Welcome in, everybody. Whether you're, wow, is there a lot of stuff? I'm just watching this chart very quickly. I apologize, but everything is lining up very beautifully. But good afternoon and welcome into the new viewers and to the returning viewers. I thank you for tuning in. I need you as much as you need me, and I appreciate you taking the chance here this afternoon to take opportunity to watch this live. Make sure you hit that like button so that YouTube recommends this video. It's an incredible moment right now because Bitcoin has literally exploded for about 3,000 points. If you've been a part of this live for any length of time, we've been covering this to a T. I talked about it the last several days that Bitcoin was in a bull flag and the technical target that I was targeting was 55K. And there's no secret about that. And we came all the way up to about 54,800 right now. So this bull flag played out perfectly. This morning we talked about how they were trying to shake us out overnight. And now Bitcoin has come up. And if it gets on top of this broadening wedge and holds, holy Toledo if this happens. If you can somehow get up here and hold this 54,000, and as you come across, we'll target it somewhere around 54.5. If Bitcoin holds 54,500, you technically have a technical target if you break out of this broadening wedge all the way up to around 66K potentially. First target's going to be around 61,000. But I mean, that's a pretty lengthy move up. XRP last night had a consolidation event where it tried to shake their holders out. It happens right before runs typically, and I tried to front run that warning to everybody not to get shaken out. XRP went down to 52.8 cents, which if we look here and we'll get into the technicals, I'll get into saying hi to everybody. I think I was so excited about what I'm watching that I didn't even bring my phone outside, so I might even have to run inside to grab my phone. I have no idea how many people are going to be here, but if you are tuning in and you're excited as I am, make sure you hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this live, and we will be able to expand our community. Not just from new viewers, but the old viewers who might not have been recommended or might not have seen the alert. And by doing this and hitting the like button for YouTube to recommend the video, maybe it'll end up in the algorithm for an older viewer and they find their way back home at this most crucial of times. So XRP, I couldn't have tailor-made it any better. We talked last night in the live. It's so crazy how all this transpired in the last 12 to 15 hours. But it came down and I couldn't have made this hit this any better. You have this descending triangle breakout attempt. We've back tested this multiple times. And now if the last move out of here is at 528, you could not have telegraphed that any better for a bullish continuation. And now the next major move is going to be up here at about 62.4 cents. But before you can even get up into that 60-cent range, we've got to deal with the fact that we still have to come up here and break this resistance area. But that's better than what? I think that's about, we'll take a look at the exact measurement off of where it bounced. No, let's do it from where it's at. Let's just say we're at 54.9. This is about a 5.5% still, and it was about a 7% move, about 7.5% move. But that's where we have to get to next level to confirm a breakout if we can get over that level. So we're looking at about a 6% bounce here. That just gets it started. This is an exciting day to be an XRP holder, but not just XRP holder. It's an exciting day to watch crypto. When you see Bitcoin up 6% and we're able to front run this and understand what's coming, when we're able to front run the total crypto market cap all the way up to about 2.14 trillion, we know there's room for XRP. Typically, XRP likes to lag behind in a big moment and then it explodes. I'm anticipating an explosive move here like we haven't seen out of XRP in some time. Whether that's a quick, bam, a wick, we're up 20-25%. We're like, yes, finally a little bit of relief. Or if this is the start of something more, we won't know until barriers are broken down. One thing we can concretely say, and I do need to do the intro very quickly, but what I can confluently say right here now is XRP has backtested that descending triangle from January of 2024, what we showed in the opening. And with that backtested and confirmed, that means we're moving up to the next layer, and that puts the July of 2023 pattern formation well in front of us. And now 58 cents should be our next resistance. If we get past that, that's where we open up the rising channel from June of 2022. And that's when it can get very, very, very explosive. Oh, thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too, and be safe out there. So let me do the intro very quickly. I don't even know how many. Wow, 103 people in here in 5 minutes. That's unbelievably crazy. Good mid-afternoon, 3:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, February 26th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So let me run inside real quickly to get my phone with 100 people in here. I can't even believe that. I'm going to have to look at the comments because I like to go through them. But we have explosive stuff to talk about as Bitcoin hits our technical target from yesterday already. I mean, come on, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I give free content. So please, if you're watching, hit that like button because this is incredible. Everybody came. We've heard all the news. Oh, Bitcoin can't go up any higher. I called for this. We begged for everybody to listen. We said, don't get shaken out and be consistent. Consistency breeds response. It can breed the proper response if you're consistent enough. All right, sorry about that. I had to grab my phone because I like to go through the comments, and hopefully while we're on, we can see some of this materialize here. We can at least not get, we can be excited, but don't get too over anxious here and expect too big of a move. We're just going to go layer by layer. What is this? A $10 donation from John Hurley. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. More than you know. More than you know. A lot of time gets put into this. Kryptonian, welcome in. Thank you for being in Tom's Army for 1 month now with the the Tom's Army month 1 badge of me being abducted by aliens. It's so true. That's my face superimposed on there. So thank you very much for joining Tom's Army in month 1. Matt Holden, thank you for being in Tom's Army for at least 5 months with the XRP Meteor. Appreciate that, my friend. JIOV says 8765432. Yes, we're awaiting a blast off of maybe not as big as some want, but we're at least looking for a positive push here. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 badge. Unbelievable. Kwame Struder, welcome in. Edoof, XRP, yes, with the rocket ship. Sean Crothers, welcome in, my main man from Maine. Thank you for being a mod in here. Let's see. Joshua, welcome in, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for at least 5 months with the XRP Predictor. That is unbelievably generous. Massey, thank you so much for tuning in. Mo, appreciate you being in Tom's Army for 5 months with the Meteor. At least. UK Phil, thanks for re-upping for 2 months, I see, with, well, you've been, but thanks for continuing in Tom's Army for the 2nd month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. Mark Casson, Hector, Mike, Jordan, Jorge, Shada, welcome in, and thank you so much for tuning in during this live. Figured I'd come on earlier today because it's an explosive moment. Joshua, good afternoon. Where's our boy MG? He was hating on XRP last week. Well, that the haters will hate, but that's why I say you have to stay transparent with yourself so you have a minute understanding of what's going on. If what I do is overanalyze, I don't want to be underanalyzing the markets. Thank you, Melamania, for the $5 donation. Thanks, Tom, for all your hard work. Hopefully people are prepared for what's about to come because of your dedication. Hello from the UK. I really appreciate that. And thank you for sending your first YouTube super chat and paying it forward. If you do appreciate my work, consider joining Tom's Army and get these emoji badges like a lot of the members you're seeing in here right now. Or consider sending 1 YouTube super chat per month because it's a lot of work what I do, but it's well worth it. Let's see, who else do I have to get to? Kyle, welcome in. Kyle Kupiak. Cape Cod Kyle from Massachusetts, not Florida. Massey says hit the like buttons. Yes, indeed. Devin, welcome in, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for over a year with the I Told You So badge. Chance William, welcome in. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Welcome in, yes, from Michigan. Tanya, welcome in, my birthday sister. Yes, we share the same birthday. I appreciate you tuning in, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for 5 months at least now with the XRP Meteor. Jason, welcome in. Cleo, Mike Drive, good evening. Yes, 67 likes at the time. We'll see what it's at after. But please, if you do respect what I do or appreciate the time I put in here, hit that like button so YouTube will recommend this video, good or bad. It's always good to grow the community. Angela Dean, welcome in and thank you for being in Tom's Army for over a year with the I Told You So Bad. Mr. Rojas, welcome in. Jay Silver Bravo, welcome in from Northeast Ohio. Looks like you guys are building a championship run this year. As a Michigan fan, it can be painful, but we won a championship this year, so at least if it stays in the Big Ten, so be it. Mark Smith, good early or late afternoon, early evening, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for month 1. But the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens, man, there's so much commenting. Thank you so much for that, for joining in month 1. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Kryptonian, yes, thank you for being in month 1 of Tom's Army. I really appreciate that, as I know you are, because you've got me being abducted by aliens. Much love for that. Boris, welcome in. Jose, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the 589 badge. Michael, Ellis, JBHK, welcome in, my brother, and thanks for being a mod. Yes, Messi, all 3 X's are indeed lagging, but XDC might have the biggest of the 3 moves coming, but we'll take a look at all the X's charts today. Mariki, welcome in. Dark Rider, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mark Caston, over 2 trillion market cap. Indeed it is in the total crypto market cap. Ram and Speed, welcome in. Martin, let's go. Indeed a Light, welcome in from Texas. What is this? Rockin' XRP, I don't know if I got to that donation. Thank you for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly. Thank you so much for that. Ram and Speed in from Scotland, thank you so much for tuning in. And Simon Begley, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Wow, the donations are coming in today. That is incredibly generous, everybody. Like, seriously. Sitting on the sidelines here, Tom, things are starting to heat up. We hope. Enjoy your analysis. Thank you, Simon, for that. And thanks for sending your first YouTube super chat during my live. That's incredibly generous of you, the $10. And Michael Butler, thank you for the $5 super chat as well. I really greatly appreciate that, Michael. Thank you so much for the continued support. Anthony Venegas, welcome in. Michael Butler, good evening. Mario Luis Williams, welcome in. Matt Holden, thank you so much. We're up to 103 likes already. Wow. Rockin' XRP Painter got a tip, so figured I'd share the wealth. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. So I'm going to turn the comments on now, so I don't have to look at my phone. But man, did we catch up in a hurry. Martin, thank you for the $5. Well, I haven't got donations like this in some time. I'm not even sure what to think. Martin, because XRP hasn't done anything yet. We're only up 1.1%. Thank you for that $4.99 donation. I greatly appreciate that. So let's get into this, folks. D. Rojas says, wow, $4.99 from you as well. One day I'll send you way more than this for all the hard work you do. My friend, I appreciate you paying it forward in the future and thinking of me in the short term as well. I get a lot of people that say, one day, Tom, when we get to where we're going, I promise. And I believe it. I believe it. You know, nothing's for free. Even if I'm putting content out for free, everybody who gets it and uses it wisely, like I say, I give you the ingredients. It's up to you to season it with the proper portfolio entrances and exits. Because I'm not a financial advisor, so what the hell do I know? But I know there's going to be a lot of good faith and reward. There already is. My portfolio in itself is a nice reward. But everybody else who's along for the ride is an even bigger reward. But let's look at this volume spike here for XRP. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about what's going on here. Mule, welcome in from Midland, Texas. Oil fields. Welcome in from the oil fields. That's got to be a tough little area. But XRP, as we can see in the 4 hourly, we've still got, well, this first 4 hour candle closed. So our next candle past this, we've got 3 hours and 41 minutes to see. We've got this nice engulfing candle to the top side so far. Put in a nice, I don't necessarily want to call it an inverted hammer, but that's a very bullish candle that we closed on. We have an increase in volume. You know, and the fans are everywhere now. You know, people are flying from all around to try to get in now. So right now, in the 4 hourly, we jumped up on Binance to 7.62 million. If we look at the 4 hour candle below on the reversal, we had about 4.7 million. On that last dump candle, which was a nice shakeout attempt, it was 4.134 million in volume. in the 4-hour candle. So if you consider the fact that we went up to 7.62 on our first push up, this could be an explosive. This is the candle right now that would be the explosive candle more than likely. There's a reason why I came on live now. It's because everything and I didn't want to wait till 6:25, and just in case, even if it goes down, we can talk about it together. Why didn't it go up? What's going on? And right now, volume predicts price. We've got a massive surge in volume right now in the 4-hourly. That's what we're looking for. Jordan Novell, we up with you, Tom. Thank you so much for that $4.99 donation. See, I say this sometimes. You never know the days. I wasn't expecting donations like this today because XRP hasn't done diddly squat. Sure, it's up 1.4% or 1.1%, but that's only recovering from the loss it had, you know, on the fake out attempt. But I think everybody's getting excited for what's to come. But I also appreciate the fact that a lot of people in this audience appreciate the time I put in. So kudos to each and every one of you. Liking the charts and the nice weather in Alabama today. Yeah, it's pretty nice here too. It's like, what's the temperature? I'm outside, but it is not very warm. It doesn't feel like, hold on. It's 54, but I need to move where I'm at because I'm not in the sun. But then again, I can't really be in the sun anywhere right now. So, but we'll deal with this as it goes. But oh yeah, we have a couple articles to share as well, or I have a couple articles. So after we get done with the analysis, we've got XRP forms a buy signal. Analysts predict surge to this target. So we'll back test it against our own. And if you didn't see this, we had the Ripple XRP whales invest 40 million in 10 days. It ended up being about 70 million in total on this reconsolidation. Watch this morning's update at about the 18-minute mark. So if you want to see this one read, because we got a lot to talk about, we're not going to read back through this one, but if you want to see this one, watch this morning's update. It's got about 1,400 views already, but start watching it from the 18-minute mark. It was a 24-minute update this morning. So, but we'll read this in a little bit, but we still got to figure this out. So XRP validating this move. Now we're looking for an explosive continuation going into the close today. If we get the explosive continuation going into the close, it could be a huge day tomorrow. And I'm not just saying that because, oh, XRP hasn't rallied. I'm saying it because at some point here, XRP is going to retest. If it doesn't break down, whoops, sorry about that. I almost caught it, but I did not quite catch it. But XRP is going to eventually have this move where it comes up here to the 66.6 cents. So think about it in this perspective. For anybody, let's say we're at 54.9. We've got a better than 22% move from where we're at still that we're anticipating. Now, if we do end up breaking up to that 75-cent mark, what's the reason that that's important is that would be the all-time pattern. We'll get into it in a sec. But that's around a 37% move. And we have some built-up pressure here. Now, we're going to have, nope, we're not sleeping on Corium in this community. We bought Corium at 8 cents on Winning Wednesdays and FOMO Fridays, and Solo at 9 cents at the same time. So we didn't quite get our goal. We have like 3,000 or 4,000 in each. But I agree with you. Corium is not something to sleep on. Neither is Solo, and they have a very low circulating supply. Flare is absolutely amazing. I agree, Tanya. We bought it, and I know some people won't believe us. We bought it at 0072 a few short months ago. We're up over 600%. And a lot of people break my balls for not buying Casper. But at that exact same time, everybody wanted me to buy that. I was buying Casper and Flare ended up running higher. So, you know, I don't have any regrets because I'm buying what I know. I didn't really know Casper. I know a lot more about it now. But staking Corium as well, 20% APY, excellent. As long as you understand the risk involved and you trust where you're at, I condone you. Or I mean, I commend you, not condone you. I commend you for doing that. A lot of people are afraid to, but there's a lot of opportunity out there. So now that we're on top of the, real quickly in the comments, can we agree that we're on top of this January of 2023 formation, or 24 formation? Can we confirm that we've moved over the top here? I think it's pretty clear we're moved over the top here. So once I can get a response from the audience, if you understand what's going on here. So we've got resistance that started back here in January of this year. Support, resistance, support. Typically we'll break out at about the 70% range of a pattern formation. And once you do break out from that part of the formation, then you can start pushing out to that July of 23 formation. And that's about, it's about 9% from here. But you have to break into that range. Thank you very much. So if we, thank you. Have a good one.
You too, man.
If we If we agree that we've broken out of this formation, now we can start opening it up. I've been saying it for the last few days that even though it could backtest, I believed we transitioned into the July of 2023 formation, especially when it came back down to test this uptrend and then created this inverted right arm like we were talking about yesterday. Now it seems almost like it would behoove us not to come up to that 58-cent mark right now. And even if it is bearish, at least test that range. It would behoove us, in my opinion, not to come up in that range. So that's what I'm expecting right now for that next move here. And could it be on a 4-hour candle that just explodes? Well, if we look across the board right now, Bitcoin is still up. XRP is doing its consolidation. Bitcoin came up to our 55,000 target. So this is where it gets interesting with Bitcoin. Are we going to continue on? The volume in the last 2 4-hour candles were extraordinary. From the reversal, or from the first reversal candle, we had about 4,663 Bitcoin. And now, in the 4-hourly, we had to end the last candle, 9,740. If we get another push up like that, look out. This could be the start of something crazy here. So, and XRP, like I've said, it has not done diddly squat. XRP compared to the rest, XLM obviously is stuck there. DGB's already, in the last few days, up like 40%. XDC has done less than XRP, believe it or not. VeChain's up like 30% in the last couple days. Flare's up 600% in the last several months. And now it looks like it's almost flagging out again. So if Flare continues moving up, that's like 6.8 cents is what we were talking about yesterday if we push past this region. So, I mean, you never know. Bitcoin all-time high before having. Yeah, if we're going to make runs, I would expect it to happen before the halve. That's where I'd expect a lot of sell pressure. And then a big run. I'm going to go grab my other jacket because it is starting to get cold out here. All right, sorry about that, everybody. It's getting a little, I mean, the temperature's starting to come down here just a little bit. So, better be safe than sorry. So, with XRP, we have back tested. If it was me and I'm looking at XRP, I'm waiting until after the daily close today to probably expect a bigger move. Because if we take it into a daily perspective, we're still going to have a squeeze style candle. See? So, we're trying to close up here now. So this looks like, to me, this is better than a long leg doji. This almost looks like a reversal to the top side here. Came down for the pressure. And now, if this continues up, and where would I like a close? I would love a close at about the 549 level or above. 55 cents would be a huge sign of strength. Have a new low on the close for the next candle. And then start pushing up from there. We could have a more explosive move, like I said, though, to end this candle, and it should turn it green on this 4-hour candle. This is almost like our hangman candle. Well, it's not don't look at the terms, but I'm saying, like, if you're playing the game hangman. Because right now it's engulfing. You might get a squeeze back down to pull out some of the bidders at 54.6, if I'm looking at this properly, just to kind of squeeze it down. But if we do get any kind of buy pressure here, you're looking at a breach of the 55.27 level, and a close over 55 cents would be the ultimate sign of strength here. You close over 55 cents, you've retaken control. The bears are already in a world of hurt here just because of how we can't give up certain levels within the relative strength index. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing we're watching, but it doesn't go without its stress, obviously. As an XRP holder, it's very stressful, as you may imagine, because the ebb and flows when you watch other... Apparently they're out working today. When you watch, but when you watch other charts exploding, that's why I say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Have what you want for XRP. My goal, as everybody knows, in 21, I had about 7,800 XRP. I only had a couple other assets at the time. I had 10,000 DGB at 5 cents. Our XRP was 47 cent average. We had about 6,000 XLM, and that was at, you know, somewhere around 20 something cents. And it ended up being an incredible rally that we ended up experiencing. We had some ZIL and DGB and what was the other one? VeChain, well documented, and ended up selling those all. Now the position we're at now was what we sacrificed for in 21. Giving up the position, taking a chance on what we were seeing. This is what we were waiting for these opportunities. So to be here at this moment, it's like, you know, it's kind of a weird feeling, because even back in, it was quite some time ago, but once I realized the Fed was switching to quantitative easing and not tightening, I did an emergency update and live and said Bitcoin's bottom was in, and that was at 26,800. I mean, you see where Bitcoin's at now. It's almost up 30,000 from when I said that. The only thing that hasn't moved in the sense of like Bitcoin, XRP is one of them. We've had some altcoins like Flare, it's up 600% since we bought, so we can't say that hasn't. At least VeChain's over 1x, DGB's more than 1x, you know, different assets, Algo's more than 1x, roughly. HBAR's more than 1x since we bought it. But like XRP, you're talking about it's very, very, very stuck in the mud. It's just stuck in the mud. So it comes to a point of, where is the perception versus reality? Is the reality of the situation that XRP is never going to move? Or is that the perception? And the reality is we're building up for an explosive move here. And yes, I know some days I have to say the same thing for 3, 4, 5 weeks at a time, because it's building within a move. Well, when we first started talking about this, XRP was not at 55 cents. Some may think that XRP hasn't moved, but the start of this move, when I first started talking about this explosive possibility, was when we put in this double bottom down here at 46 cents, or 48.5 cents. So have we not moved, or have we moved up almost 7 cents right now at least? Well, at least from the bottom there, if you didn't have a position and we're like, all right, well, we're expecting some kind of move and you can sell it at the top. If it does, or you buy in every 20% down to save yourself. Right now, you're sitting up nicely. You're up a good 12.8% right now in your XRP holdings. Clearly over 12%. So now you've got a little bit of flexibility here. Even if it were to come down on a quick 10% drop, you're well within the money now. So now you could sustain that kind of move. But what we're looking for now is not to come back through. We're looking for a continuation on this 4-hourly. That's an engulfing candle. And now we're going to look to start targeting the upper areas. There's no other way to explain it but this. We're looking for that July of 2023 rotation now, which we're in firmly, and we're looking for that expansion now of about 7% here to come up to that first resistance. That's what we're looking for. That is absolutely what we're looking for, a move like this right now. It started so far, but can it finish this move? Can it finish the move out of here? That's the question. And if it does and we break that resistance, now we're talking. Because once you get above this is when it's game over, because 66.6 cents is the next technical resistance from the rising channel resistance of June of 2022. Yes, you have a pivot point around 60 or 62 cents, depending on where you look at it. But the thing is, too, is we know it's interesting this month. So everybody who's here, did you hear about yesterday? If you were here, I shared it. Did you hear about how 400 million XRP was taken essentially out of escrow early? Doesn't happen very often. Doesn't happen. Is that a front run to get part of the consolidation from when we should have had a 1 billion escrow release starting on as early as February 29th, since it's a leap year, or March 1st, typically on the first of the month. Is this the front run that consolidation? And now that consolidation opened the door for a bigger move here to the end of the month. We could have a very explosive end of this month. This monthly candle close is coming down to the last few days now, and this is a very good spot to be. Hey man, an old subscriber took my time off crypto for the past year, and I'm really glad to see the good old pumped up Tom. Hey, you haven't been here in a while, Thanos. I've definitely changed my approach. This community is about positivity, not negativity. We play the winner, not the victim, and we come from a understanding of love and not hate. So yes, my delivery, my approach, and just the way I approach things are a lot different than they used to be. I'm not the negative Tom. I put a very positive spin on things, and I'm very, very, very upbeat. So I do appreciate that observation, Thanos. And you've been around since... I know you were around in the 22 rotation, I believe. At least early 20... No, I think it was 22 rotation. So if anybody wants to relax with cannabis, if it's legal where you're at, it's a great... For me, I love the herbal side of things. I don't smoke cigarettes. I barely ever drink alcohol. This is what I like. Broke my back when I was much younger, 17 years ago, in a bad car accident. That wasn't my fault. And this has helped me stay neutral. I don't take any kind of pills, no prescription pills, nothing. So this keeps me sane. Oh, Jeff, negative Tom. Yeah, I was a lot different in 21 and 22. Well, 22 I started figuring out, but 23 was a big growth year. 24 I took over. I took control of myself and this community. March of 21. Okay, see, you were here since the beginning. I knew you were here for a while. So you've seen it from the nitty gritty all the way up. So hopefully you enjoy what you're watching. So July of 2000, and Thanos, thanks for being a part of this for so long. When you started watching, we didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. Now we have 20,000 plus. It's a crazy journey we've been on. So we're looking for this next move, ladies and gentlemen, with XRP. That's what we're targeting. For every reason and more, I think XRP is getting set up for an explosive move. If we look at the XRP market cap from a grand scale, we've now popped back over a major resistance we talked about here, and we're back up within the formation. Now we should be pushing the first area of resistance at about 31.4 billion. We get on top of that, then we can continue this ascending formation. And if you break out of this at 32.1 billion, that's how you can make that move up to the next pivot point at 38.9 billion, and possibly retaking the next formation up here. But you'd have to get above the pivot, so we're not even going to talk about the what ifs. So that's what we're looking at here. If we do get up here to 31.5 billion, that should be enough to secure us that around 58 to 60 cent mark. If we get up here to about 32.2 billion, that might be enough to push us towards that rising channel resistance. But it only time remains, because on this rising channel resistance, you could come all the way up to 41.7 billion. It's just, we're underneath right now. So we've had a very wide consolidation. And if I didn't know any better, very sneakily under the radar here, as we've talked about for a while with XRP, look at the market cap. If I didn't know any better, could this be a left shoulder rotation down to a head to an inverted right arm and back up? If I didn't know any better, you know, I think something more is materializing than meets the eye. So we'll see how this plays out. But I think we're in a very, very, very nice position here. Very nice position here. It's always nice to be in things before you get the front run of Bitcoin going up 30,000, right? Let's just call it for what it is. So H-bar's up again, another 2.7% back over 11.2. So we're firmly over that 100% mark at a, it was under a 5.2 average, but I just call it 5.2 because that was the first purchase on the way down to 4.2. And then up to about 5.4. We did it 50 bucks a week as a community. That was it. Next targeted move's 13.4. Get ready. If this holds this support line, then yes, it can consolidate out to here to about 10.3 again. It's already done it once. The next resistance is all the way. We're going to break down barriers here for 13.4. To put it in perspective, as a community, if you did exactly what I did, I had somewhere around a $7,000 portfolio, 3,400 in XRP, roughly a little bit, about 3,500, and then I put just as much into everything else, basically. So that portfolio is ballooned. It's almost 14,000 now. It might even be 14,000 today. So the portfolio in itself is 1x. So You know, in a bear market, that's not too shabby. I know a lot of people say there's no winning in crypto when the market's going down. I call that hogwash. You have to watch each and every day and be diligent. That's why I've never missed a day from March of 2021. I've never missed a single day here. Never. So that's about as clear as we can be on the rotation here right now. So if you have anything to add, please add it. I'm not done yet by any means. I like to do at least an hour when I come on live. And you never know, you might get me back here again tonight for another live, because if we do move at 7 o'clock, something tells me I'll probably do another live tonight. This was just a impromptu live, but I can almost guarantee I'm still going to do the nighttime live. Maybe it'll be at 7 o'clock on the nose this time. But this was so that we could see what was to come here. To see, so don't, I mean, there a lot of people probably aren't here that would be here, but yeah, it's if I didn't know any better, I'm going to be banking 24 and 5. Yeah, I know, my friend. That's how it feels. Matt Holden said, that's impressive, Tom. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I am not in theta, and that's the one I could physically bash my head through the wall for not buying that at 60-something cents. It makes me ill because I watched it for so long, but I was in the buying rotation with the community, and we had to get through H-bar and Algo, which we only got 7,800 tokens, unfortunately, but good enough at under 10 cents. We ended up getting in Casper. What else did we get in together? There was a bunch of them. Solana, Corium, Flare, H-Bar. So I got caught up in the rotation where I was trying to add the bags of things that I had written down at certain levels, and I completely lost my ability to function on not just Theta, but DAG as well. I'm very upset about both of them. All right, we got Gala as well, which is up almost 250% from where we bought it now. Maybe 300. Yep, Matt, Gala. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited, but at the same time, I also see the comments where people are saying, even if XRP has a 500% move, it's not enough. Like, that's where you get into your own head. So if XRP went 500% from where I bought in, well, they're saying from now, but from where I bought in, you're talking about XRP flipping my portfolio from 3,500 just on XRP. That's like 18,500 on just XRP. So the ones who would get mad over that, you know what that tells me? Those are the ones that have never made any money trading. They don't understand how a portfolio is built over time. And just what you see on my crypto, don't forget, if you're part of this great community, after we sold out in 21, we had a $10,000 dedicated in profits as a store of value to put into gold and silver at the right times. We bought into gold around 1700 areas during that drop, and silver anywhere between 16 and 18 with that money. So that was a great store of value so that we wouldn't spend it. That's the point. When I have my money in precious metals, I'm not just grabbing a bar and spending it, not going on to a gambling site if it hits, or going to a casino, or going to a local store, or going to buy some whatever your guilty pleasure is. That money is a store of value, and it sits safely stored away. But now that also meant that we had to build our portfolios about 90% down if this plan was going to work. And that's what we did. Most of my stuff I bought, nothing was less than 90%. Some, like DGB, was over 99% off. So just consider that with what we've done with these portfolios. It's insanity. Bitcoin is being bleed out by Satoshi Nakamoto. Be careful, Tom. I know you told me that yesterday. I understand that. But you also got to understand they put FUD and fear into the news. And like I said yesterday, I thought it was coming to 55K. We've come to 55K. So now I expect altcoins to at least catch up a little bit. XRP's got a little bit of a move, at least 9 to 10% to catch up for it to hit this next rotational area. About 7.5 to 8%. But it's not that I'm not paying attention to that news, but oftentimes that kind of news is putting out. Do you know for certain that he's being used to bleed the Bitcoin market? Does it look like that was a little bit of fear to keep everybody out? Because it's gone up, what, 30,000? Now, even since that news came out, it was at 48, 47. So there's another 9,000 people missed approximately, or 8,000. So you gotta watch this for what it is. Do I see XRP going to 70 cents? I don't see anything. I just see what the charts say. So right now, what I see next is the July of 2023 formation. I see it coming up and retesting 58 cents to tell us if this is bearish or bullish. If we get on top of this, I absolutely see XRP coming and retesting that rising channel resistance around 66.6 cents. He has said it on, again, fear. If I came on here as an influencer and told you, you know, 6 months ago that XRP was going down to 10 cents and everybody stayed out, and now we're sitting here at 55 or 50, yeah, about 55, I mean, say, well, this guy's a dickhead. He told us not to buy it at 30 cents for the fear it's going to go down to 12 cents because it was just going to have a capitulation like all hell, and now we're sitting up here at almost 55. This guy cost me 60%, 70%. Who's to say that that's just not a leverage tactic? I don't trust anybody in this game. This is the most manipulated thing, and unless I'm looking at my own analysis, whether it's Satoshi himself, I don't give a rat's ass what he's saying, because I think they're all scumbags and they're all lying to us. So I need to stay ahead. So in doing that, I don't look at all the outside noise. I just look at what's on the chart in front of me. It's one of the things I can, it's one of the things I can honestly say. I don't look into a lot of the hearsay, even though that's not hearsay. I don't look at a lot of the that kind of stuff. Bitcoin bearish, you're going to have bearish divergence on Bitcoin from the top, ladies. It's too early to say Bitcoin had a bearish divergence, by the way. In what sense? Are we talking about from, in what sense? We just hit. We're still in an engulfing candle in the 4-hourly. How? Are we talking about the 30-minute, the 10-minute, the 5-minute? Like, where are we seeing a bear? You know, like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Bitcoin has not had a bear. Do you know what a bear? It has not had a bearish divergence in the weekly. Not even close. I must be confused. I don't know what's going on anymore. So I'm just going to keep doing the analysis. Yeah, still early. Just be cautious. Yeah, it's not. It hasn't had anything yet. It is early. I agree. But right now, we just got to let this play out now. Don't let yourself be encased by fear right now with Bitcoin. Let this move materialize. We still have an engulfing candle in the 4-hourly that we're testing a new push up. We're actually right now, to put it in perspective for everybody, don't let fear get you out of this right now. Out of 54,700 right now, if we get on top of that, we're on top of the broadening wedge. Yep, it is early. Just be cautious. I understand that greatly. Best in the business, brother. I have a 38-cent. Jose, thank you so much for that. And he has a 38 cents average because he's paid his due diligence and he's paying attention to the chart. Maybe not just by watching me. He's paying attention to the charts, whether good or bad. So, all right. So 54.9. If we're looking at this realistically now, 54.9. We're going to be looking at this resistance point up here. If for whatever reason we start to rotate back down, the one thing I will say, and we can at least put caution here, in case you're like, well, what the heck is going on now? Now it's going down again, and Bitcoin just went up another 2,500. XRP sucks, because you'll get that. Everybody's going to say that if it does. You don't want it coming down, but you still have a pivot point of 534. But now you can see this expansion, or how this contraction, now it's setting up for that explosive move. We talked about it this morning. Now it keeps coming up. Now it's over 55 roughly. So it came from 529 up to 55 already here. So... and we got a nice built-up formation. I'm very excited about the potential here, just because we already have what looks like, and I can't help it. It looks like a massive inversion on this turnaround here. And if you take out the mid-tier patterns, it's speaking 66 cents, or 66.6 cents, ironically. That's what we're going to try to target. But we have the short-term areas that we have to at least give credence to at around 58 cents first. So, yes, Hamza, smoke them if you got them. And it appears very bullish to me right now with XRP. Now, the rest of the alt market, some of them already moved. DGB's had a massive move. Bitcoin now has had an incredible move of about 28,000 from the bottom. 28,000. So, I just feel like XRP is very close. Maybe this will drag into 7 o'clock. Maybe this will drag into next week, next month. But this pattern rotation that we started on January of 2018 at all-time highs between 350 and 330, depending on exchange, we converged down for 27 months to March of 2020 to just over 10 cents. And this rotation went to a swing high after hitting a second hit of support after a rally up to about 70 cents. Then the lawsuit got announced, went all the way back down to 10 cents in December of 2020. Then it rallied after the announcement to April, just 4 months later, when everybody said it's bearish, nobody should buy. I heard the same thing before. And we rallied some almost over 300% alone on XRP in just a 3.5 month period, not even 2 months. And it ended up hitting $1.98. Then it converged back down on this 6-year journey where it had uptrending support at around 286 in 22, 30 cents in late 22 and 34, and sometime around 34 cents in 23. It hit that same uptrend. In this pattern, its approximate end date is December of, not approximate, it's the end of December 2024. That ends a 6-year rotation. If you break out, you're looking at a move to retest the $1.98 rejection in the bear market rally of all bear market rallies that threw a lot of people off, not our community, but a lot of others. And if you get on top of that, that's your signal to go up to all-time highs around 350. You get rejected there, you'll have a hefty pullback, but it doesn't mean it'll come back down to 50 cents. It could be a 20% pullback. So just consider all of that. We are in a hefty part of this rotation. And if you don't understand what I'm saying because you're new here and you're like, I have no idea what he's talking about with this all-time formation. Well, the good news for you is I understand this like you wouldn't believe. Like you wouldn't believe. So the resistance, just to give you a resistance, what the hell is that? That is not what I wanted, excuse me. Let me get the arrow out so you can actually see. Resistance right here, January 2018. Support came all the way down here 27 months later, was right around March of 2020. Hit again in December when the lawsuit was announced. Came up to resistance in 2021. Back to support in 22, 23. Now it's trying to hit resistance for the first time in some time. It hasn't hit it a third time yet. So my theory is even if it gets rejected, you're still looking at a hit around 75 cents. So that's just my interpretation of what's going on here. You can see how this is formed for 6 years, and the end has to come right here at December of 2024 is the end point. If it breaks in this formation, if it loses this uptrend, then it's a bad news. Then you come all the way back down to about 24 cents here. And then if you break that, it's even worse news. You come down to about 1 cent. And I just don't anticipate that. But that is what the reality of if you were to break down and everybody lost hope, that's what could happen. So, but the rotation we're in that's been supported by 4 separate hits on the uptrend, very volatilely, I might add, has not given way in 6 years. It took, or actually since 2020, so about 4 years now. The pattern itself hasn't given way in 6 years, so that gives us a lot of hope. XRP's gone up, it's up to about 1.7% now. As we've been watching, it's had a steady rise. Nothing major. Nothing major. We've talked about the 4-hour candle. We've talked about how Bitcoin was looking good on its 4-hour candle. Now we're back up, retesting to see if that resistance area is going to be a new support area now. That's just above 54,700 if you're on the top of it. You are now on top of the broadening wedge, and if you hold that support, you could expand out to 61 and then possibly 66,000. That'd be crazy. Just crazy. But yeah, so it's like I've said, it's been a very explosive afternoon. There's a reason why I came on. I'm going to read this article. We've got about 12 to 14 minutes left here on this particular live. But if you're interested and you're like, I need to see more, tune in tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do the typical live. Don't know if I'll have an hour in me, but I very well might because I'm very excited about the rotation. But I work my ass off for each and every one of you and myself as well. So to all the new or returning viewers, if you do appreciate the time I put in, consider joining Tom's Army. If you appreciate the fact you don't ever hear me promote a product, promote any kind of BS, any kind of narrative, and I don't get paid from an outside source, I do this myself, make sure you hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this video. I don't do paid promotions, advertisements, or sponsorships of any kind. I don't believe in it. I believe in giving you a free product, and I also don't hide behind a paywall. So you get my portfolios for free as I'm building them. I don't have any set lists where you can just look. But as I'm building, and if you're watching being as committed as I am, you have no question about where your portfolio sits right now. And we're actually in the best position that I've ever been in my life as far as assets go and my precious metal building and backings and at the prices I've got in on some of this stuff, all of this stuff. So if you do appreciate my work, consider joining Tom's Army. it would be a great way to pay it forward, or consider just sending one YouTube super chat per month so that I can continue to fund this program without taking any outside money. I don't want to. I don't ever plan on doing it. And so far, for over 2.5 years as a partner, I've been able to do it without taking any outside resources. Now I get a lot of opportunities because I have 20,000 plus subscribers, but it is my commitment to each and every one of you. If you continue to commit to me, I'm not doing any of that outside noise. We're going to build it the right way, because not all good money, or not all money made is good money. Some's blood money, and most of it that I would make if I go that route, I would make it off the backs of each and every one of you, and that is not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to build together. So XRP forms buy signal. Analyst predicts surge to this target. And if you're looking to trade XRP, take a look in the video description below, your favorite crypto, but in particular XRP. Look at BITUNIX in the USA. It's the first one I put. No VPN is required. It's got the lowest spot fees you'll find for USA users, unless you are already signed up on MEXC. In that case, buy on MEXC, or if you have the ability to sign up, they have 0 spot fees on the buy and sell and leverage trading as well. And if you can't use either one of those and you're in like Europe, the UK, or Australia, some of them have a hard time, PHEMEX for over there. That's all in the video description below so that you can buy your crypto. And all the exchanges I use outside of Uphold are all in one place. Uphold is just too expensive. So if it comes to XRP, you buy on a different exchange and then send it where you will. So an analyst has explained that the XRP price has formed a buy signal that may lead to the cryptocurrency surging. And thank you for the 190 likes. That's incredible. Just incredible. Cryptocurrency surging up to this target. XRP weekly price has formed a TD sequential buy setup. In a new post on X, analyst Ali discussed how the weekly price of XRP has recently shown a TD sequential buy signal. The Tom DeMark TD sequential refers to an indicator in technical analysis that generally used for pinpointing location of probable tops and bottoms for any commodity's price. The TD sequential has 2 phases. In the first phase, called the setup, candles of the same polarity are counted up to 9. Once these 9 candles are in, the indicator gives a signal of reversal for the asset. Naturally, the direction in which such a reversal would go depends on the type of candles that lead to the setup's completion. If green candles resulted in the setup's formation, that is the prevailing trend, was to the upside, the price could be assumed to have a run into a probable top. Similarly, if red candles would imply a likely bottom may have now been hit by the asset. The second phase, the countdown, begins once the setup is done. It works very much like the setup, except for the fact that it lasts for 13 candles instead of 9. So I love my technical analysis, but I also love learning. So you each get to learn with me each and every day as I read through some other people's opinions, but also like the TD sequential pattern. We learn a different way of looking at this and see if it matches up against our own TA, just like you should be doing with mine. See if it matches up to your own beliefs. If not, if you think you're wrong about something, maybe you correct something. I've been doing this for a long time, and I do it a lot different than most. So it might sound wrong. You might not even be able to understand for the first 6 months, but I guarantee if you stick around, you're going to be like, holy shit, this guy knows something. Once the countdown is also over, excuse my French, the price could be considered to have attained another point of probable reversal. This time around, the XRP 7-day price has formed a TD sequential pattern similar to the former. So this is the chart shared by Ali that shows this setup has appeared for the asset. So if we're looking at this, we're looking at the second proponent here. So it looks like we're looking for an up signal here. So we got a very big resistance areas coming up, but it's layered here. As displayed in the graph, the XRP weekly price minutes the TD sequential setup with 9 red candles recently. This would imply that the indicator has given a buy signal for the coin. It would also appear that the indicator's effect might already be in action. And guess what? That buy signal was around 54 cents they gave you. That's why it's a lagging indicator. If you did it on your own technical analysis, the actual indicator to buy was at 48.4 cents as we've seen. That's when I called for the explosive move. But this is in no way a bad thing for a move to 57 or 65. Leverage trading, this is a good signal if you got on this. If you have a long right now at around 54.5 cents in that area, you're okay. Because that would bring you, even on a 20X, as I do my research, for all the ones who leverage trade, and be careful, on a 20X, that would bring you to about 51.9 cents. You really don't want it to come below 52.1, as it's coming up a little bit, as the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement zone is around 52.2 cents. Now it's moving up a little bit, but a very big support area and structure you don't want to break is 52.5. So at least on a 20x trade, being below 52 cents gives you a little bit of breathing room. Anything above that, you're still in a danger zone, even in 20x. So just pay attention to that. I don't advise you to leverage trade, but I'm still going to try to give key information at certain times like now. If XRP manages a sustained weekly close above 57 cents, it could be the catalyst for a push to 63 or even higher, reaching 65 cents, says the analyst. From the current price of the asset, such a potential run towards 65 cents would mean an increase of more than 22% for the coin. XRP price has had a poor last week, as the asset is down 5% over the period, with its price dropping to 53-cent level. This means that the asset is still far from the 57-cent threshold the analyst pointed out as possible bullish catalyst. The chart below displays how the cryptocurrency has performed recently. I don't even know where the other chart, but you guys seen it on my chart, so we didn't even need to see. So that's what I'm looking at, folks. Even if you back it with some other information, a lot more people are seeing a more bullish narrative. I appreciate everybody who turned in during this live. For the last 5 minutes here, we're going to talk together. We're going to go over a few things, and I expect to see most of you back at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see if, in fact, we can continue, if we start reversing, or if XRP confirms its setup and now finishes off the targeted push here. I still anticipate the biggest part of this move should come on the next daily candle, as we are trying to put in a more bullish reversal candle for XRP in the daily, which leads me to believe that if we're going to have a big push, it should come tomorrow. It should come tomorrow. And for everybody, if you don't come back tonight, remember, I'm looking for a close over 549, particularly 55 cents, to show a huge sign of strength, as we had a big inverted hammer candle before today, and now we had that dump off and rebound, and we had a big consolidation down. This is exactly what you would expect for a continuation move. We're doing a standard operating procedure as we should. Now we just must wait, be patient, take out some of the noise, but also understand if this fails on us, if it comes back below the 534 pivot point, eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. If you're on a leverage trade and it comes beneath 534, open your eyes. It should not be coming below that pivot point anymore. So just open your eyes, become more aware if that happens. If you are in a power position, if you're in the accumulation phase and spot with the rest of us, have solace. Have solace that we're in the rotation right now. Ugh. Your buddy sold 10,000 XRP to put into DGB. Now my question is to your buddy, he put it into DGB after it just capped off a 100% move. It just capped off a 100% move, DGB. That's a very late move and a very, not that it's unfortunate, but this could have a healthy retracement, and he might sell before it ever materializes again. You could have a retracement all the way down to 1079 in normal circumstances. This was not the time to do that, unfortunately. I love DGB, but I would not be buying it right here. I'm very happy at 006 for consolidation. But you're talking about a standard retest, especially if this is resistance at 1.3. You're going to have a rejection point. Whoops. And I love DGB, don't get me wrong, but there's no way I'd be selling my XRP for something that's already moved 1x in a very short amount of time. At least wait for the... So 1.1 could be where he falls back. So just assume. You're saying he just switched out. So we'll just say it's around 1.3. 1.298. You're telling me he could be down 17% before he even blinks. And DGB moves a lot faster than XRP. So I love it. But it also is very volatile. So XRP now, remember, same thing we talked about at the opening. I don't expect any fireworks until the next daily candle. So this could be a lot of squeeze going on here until the end. We're targeting 55 cents to signal us to that next move. We've already had a nice consolidation, but a close over 54.9 cents is what we're looking for. We'll fact check this. We'll back test all of this at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in about 2.5 hours. And I hope to see everybody here. If you do appreciate my work, you better hit that subscribe button so that you can keep getting the information. Join the over 20,300 subscribers, which I still can't believe I'm saying it. To all the members of Tom's Army, you bless me more than you know and allow me to put this program out the way I see fit. If you do appreciate what I do, consider sending a YouTube super chat so I can continue to fund this show one time a month. And make sure you hit that like button and share this so YouTube will recommend this video. I thank each and every one of you who paid the due diligence here. I know there's 150 people here. I know it's been an explosive time, but it's going to be an even more explosive update at 6:30. This was just one that I could not keep myself contained long enough to not talk about this. So instead of doing an update, I thought I owed it to my audience to at least put a live out so each and every one of us could see this in the proper light. And with H-bar right now, we have held this rising channel, not rising, but this channel support. It is telling us now, as long as we continue pushing up, not a 40% move, but we're looking for a continuation up to 13.4. So Tanya, if you're watching, as long as we don't lose this 10.1 area, you're looking for a move to 13.4. Algo is at 2079. We're up over 100% on Algo again, and Algo is breaking out once again, and we're targeting 30 cents before this is over. That's why we bought it under 10 cents. We knew we'd have a 200% rally, and we knew we'd have a quick 1x. This was one of the easiest ones to predict besides Flare. So, other than that, I hope you're having a blessed afternoon. Total crypto market cap, remember that we're pushing 2.142 trillion. This is no surprise to this community. In fact, we relish in the fact when everybody says one thing's going to happen and they're all running to one direction, we run to the other, and we take solace in the fact that we do the proper dedication each and every day, so we have a proper understanding of what's to come. Hopefully, I'll see you all tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, have a blessed evening, everyone.